forget to post to my patrons that we went live. So if someone can do that, it'd be great.
Send me the thing. Robin, you send me the thing. I'll just throw it.
I can't send something. It's on Instagram.
Alright.
Just post a link and say, she's live!
Yeah. Welcome to the stream. This is the stream now.
Yeah. We're not professionals in any sense of the word. We just really enjoy playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I think that's important. So we are literally a bunch of friends during Corona that enjoy playing Dungeons and Dragons together.
Yay. And we're very excited for today.
Yeah. So I'm Cynthia. I'm the Dungeon Madame. I also have my own Patreon, and all maps are made by me. And then we also have Jens, who plays...
No. I play Cinnamon. I play the sorcerer. I was looking at Vincent and I thought, Alduin. No, I play Cinnamon, the sorcerer. The Lyceum students. Yeah.
All right, and then we have Brion.
Hi, I'm Robin, and I play Brion. So.
A half-orc.
Fighter.
Yes, there we go.
Very birdie.
Not a barbarian, as we often confuse her with. And then we have a new addition to our party.
That's me.
Yay.
Hi. I'm Erin. I play Annie, the human rogue.
Definitely, yes. And then we have my maid of honor.
Yeah. Well, I'm Nayade, and I will play Lux, the Wood Elf cleric of the Archard.
And last but not least, you are muted, Vincent. No one can hear you.
Yeah, because I was typing things last minute. Hi, that's me, Vincent, the one who's actually streaming this, and the one who plays Alduin the Blood Hunter. Hi. We've also lost the camera. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back on. Oh, yeah, there she is.
I'm working on it.
Okay, so just to have a check, if anyone is watching, can you let us know if any of the people that you just heard you couldn't hear? Because we had some technical difficulties in the past, and OBS is updated, so...
You could have asked me, because I could just see if everyone, but everyone is...
Oh, that's great!
On my end, everyone is working. Jens, just to double check.
When we went live in the beginning, I heard everyone. So
yeah, there we go.
Unless it broke. Oh, I see a black webcam.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it.
Cynthia, is there currently music playing in Roll20?
That's not Roll20.
Oh, that.
Yes, there's current. I'll put it very loud right now so that everyone can hear it.
Okay, yeah. I got it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, let's put it back. So, anyways, let's start the session. Normally we start the session with the person who wrote the summary from last time, but since that is our new player, we don't want to throw her in the deep end, which I just did, but it doesn't really matter. I'll start it by utilizing her perfectly written summary. So anyways, last session, a lot of the players were still at the start of their investigation as to who, what, or why had happened in the Thirst Fields. Like, who was the person that is behind the lacing of the drugs that is called Sood with lycanthropy bile, and why, and how. But the how they already kind of know, but they don't know who or why. So they went out to the market district to purchase some black tie clothing, because their first clue was to try and mingle at a underground casino underneath the Velvet Kettle, which is a shop that they helped the day shop owner to get rid of a pesky little topi problem. And topies are basically shrunken zombies on Adderall. So yeah, they earned quite a lot of money, and for some reason, all of them thought that the color green was perfect. So most of them are dressed in a green velvet. Others are not, but they're all looking very snazzy and nice. They went back to the second hand, got some gambling lessons from Dios, the goblin woman that they had met earlier on. And Dios was also accompanying them on her first gambling trip since she gave birth to Alduini. Anyways, once they arrived at the casino, they found out that Dios had seen one of her old frenemies called Annie Grimes, and they met our newest addition to the team, Erin's character, Annie. There at the casino, they try to find out some rumors, get some clues, and eventually our sorcerer found out that the stamp or maker's mark on the tokens of the casino were looking quite similar to the stamp and maker's mark on the little constructs that they carried with them. And one of the clues that Barclay, a patron of crime within the city, had given them is to find out where the maker of those things were. And they, at the end of the session, with a lot of, how do I call it? One of the patrons was making quite a scene within what the party suggests is his mama's casino. And he left. They also saw that before he left, he gambled away quite a lot of constructs that looked similar with the maker's mark to the maker's mark that they carried with them. So suspecting that that is most likely E. Clover, or EC, they have found yet another clue as to where to go. Luckily, one of the party members was perceptive enough to see or kind of recognize where this door that he tore into a dimension led to. And it seemed that just before he disappeared, she saw some recognizable towers within the Scholars Ward, or the Scholars District. What is it called again? But that was it. That's the summary. Anyways, the entire party is currently left to their devices within the casino, seeing that quite a lot of ruckus had happened. A lot more constructs are currently really flowing into the rooms, taking away the constructs that had been disabled by this petulant man. And were being replaced, but also the casino seems to be at a point of closing down and getting rid of the patrons that are currently residing within. So as you are being ushered out, you have a few moments time to try and get into line to exchange your tokens for actual cold hard cash, or to do whatever your character might do within such a chaotic moment of slight panic mixed with drunken patrons who want to continue gambling but can't.
Guys, should we just head out, maybe?
I still have some tokens.
Right. I don't think it's a very smart thing to get into a little bit of ruckus here, so I think I'll head up.
Yeah, I'll join you with that. We can just turn in the tokens we have and just not that I have any tokens.
I didn't even get to play.
No, we could come back
I think
later.
I have to get back here someday.
Yeah.
I'll go over to exchange my tokens.
You have to stand in line, and you get quite a few elbows in your side as a lot of the other patrons are now in a panic, are trying to exchange their tokens as well. It's not a pleasant experience. Do you want to stand in line quietly and nicely according to the rules, or do you want to use your elbows to get to the front as well?
No, I kind of want to slip in between, kind of unnoticed, towards the front, but kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, oh, yeah, being all innocent and stuff.
make a stealth check and a performance check.
Yes.
Yeah, so not a lot of the patrons believe you, but you already are gone before they try and then you are already 2 steps forward again. So with this, you are in time to exchange your tokens for money before everyone is essentially kicked out and the token cashier locks up.
Okay.
Nice.
So with that, everyone is now currently being ushered out of the casino. Unfortunately, Annie, all of your money that you won last game is still in token form, and including Xanamin's as well. It was only Lux who was fast enough to respond to this. And you are now standing outside in a cold, chilly midnight air. There's just a very slight misting of fog within the streets, and there are people are using multiple doors of the Velvet Kettle to get outside so that not everyone is rushing out to the main street. And Toby does not seem pleased at the moment. You also notice that a few patrons are actually using the space within the shop to just create a circle and rush out that way, going to different cities. You even see something with snowy hills and clockwork on the buildings. But
I jump in.
other than that,
No.
that would have been...
Holy.
You just shocked me. I was like, no.
Annie.
Anyway, so you are now standing within like amongst the warehouse racks within the Velvet Kettle, and you can make a decision as to where you might decide to go.
Annie, have you seen Dios? Did she come out
Dios
with us?
is with you. She's
She's
with
with
you.
us. Oh. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Could we
She's
possibly
just like,
could we possibly stay over at your place again tonight?
yes, of course. You're always welcome. She looks really upset at the moment.
And I pulled Dios aside for a bit, and I tell her, I didn't mean to upset you or withhold anything from you. It's just that I thought it best to, well, you know how it goes in my line of work and the people that I need to deal with. I didn't want to upset you.
Annie, you couldn't upset me even if you farted in my face. I understand that some things, and believe me, a lot of people fart in my face. I'm like, it's fine.
Well, I know. I just thought, like,
I'm just upset. This was my first night out since I finally popped the baby out, and then it just ends early. I wanted to gamble. A lot more than what I did tonight. And I know what you had to do, so that's why I just stepped away willingly, Sometimes you keep secrets for even the people you trust, just to keep them safe, or just to make sure you minimize the amount of knowledge they know. God knows, I do to them all the time.
well, it's good to hear that we understand each other.
Yeah. All right. So, shall we get for a midnight snack?
Does
What kind of
Brion hear the word midnight snack? Is it a quiet
Did-
conversation?
It is a quiet conversation because she did take Dios aside, but you can make a perception check to see if you could hear that.
No, you got snack hearing, so
Oh yes, I've got
Snack
snack
hearing.
hearing. Hell
we go.
yeah.
Nice. You have snack here.
so
You didn't hear any of that conversation apart from the word midnight snack. It was
Upon the
so,
word
it's such a
midnight
whisper.
snack, Brion will be like, midnight snack?
God, you rolled a natural 20. That's good.
I could go for a snack.
All right, let's go to my favorite place then. So Dios.
Well, they were. Could I ask one more thing before we
Yes, you
go in
can.
out?
No, go for it.
Did I see the guy who sells the flying carpets running out?
You have to make a very high perception check for that because it is chaos right now. You did see him, but he was quite a ways ahead of all of you. You were still standing in line when you exchanged your tokens, so he left earlier than the rest of the party.
Guess I'll just have to keep an eye out for him. I look up. Is he flying around?
With a 16, it's quite misty and foggy, but you do see a shape like in the air, quite a way away. But I don't know. You don't know.
Someday.
We'll get one.
So, Dios takes you all through the winding parts and back alleyways of the market ward to a part of the market ward that looks older and a little bit more decrepit. It looks like these buildings have maybe sustained quite some damage a few decades ago and have been rebuilt in a quite of a ramshackle way with the rubble of the surrounding area. These buildings are not new or well maintained at all, but they are colorful. The streets are lined with red and gold and yellow and green and blue cloths with all sorts of text on them and moving images of food that is steaming and a fork picking up and dropping it down, fork picking up and dropping it down. The smells and the scents are amazing, and you hear many of the stalls are currently in the middle of tending to quite a lot of customers who are returning from taverns and pubs and all sorts of things with a ravenous hunger. And Dios brings you to a little place that sells these what look to be dough balls within very large leaf wrappers, and there's some black sprinkles on top, and she purchases one for each and every one of you unless you stop her, and then you pluck a bit of the dough ball off, and inside is just this gooey very flavorful mess of meats and vegetables and sauce and herbs and spices. It's spicy and sticky and sweet at the same time.
Nice. I'll eat it in one go. Yeah, thank you. That's it's generous of you.
She's stuffing 2 dough balls in her face. I was hungry. If I can't gamble, this is what it's.
It's good. It's very good. Nice.
You all have a moment to yourself as you're standing out in the street, eating bowls.
Nice. Brion is
So
definitely
I guess
daydreaming.
you're going to school tomorrow.
What other school?
Oh, there's this school for gifted kids or whatever, and when we were in the store a couple of days ago, or it was this morning, I'm sorry, to fix their Topi ghost problem thing, a couple of students, they came running in and they appear to have the same problem. I mean, and we fixed the thing with the other little zombie dudes and the ghost, so
So why not go fix it over there, you know? Maybe earn some extra money.
Yep.
And we solve the problem with some favors. It's always...
Also,
Great.
we know that the students there, they love food. So
Yeah.
there's, well, we're not sure what the headmistress of the school thinks of that. And if there are maybe any links to our lichen problem.
It could be worth to
So-
ask.
All right.
So, that's the plan, I guess.
And we also need to do some stuff at the university. I need some information, and we
Right.
might also be able to get some information about that clockwork owl that that Lux has.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it out of my pocket, and you see this clockwork owl that's kind of broken. One of its wings is kind of flapping sadly to the side. I would like to fix it one day.
That's so cool.
I'm not sure how though. I think it needs like a power source.
Yeah, and Sanamin is currently holding on to a gold-eating dragon that forms like a pocket watch.
Talking about that,
Yeah.
it's around this time where you hear like a.
Right!
And then there's just like this very puff of smoke coming from Zamanin's pocket, and his robes are on fire.
Hey, whoa. I start patting it down.
I quickly grabbed the dragon out of my pocket and I put it on the table next to me.
He curls
Or a
up
box,
his
probably.
hands and hugs your thumb.
Am I still on fire?
Unless I'll
I
do
got
it.
myself.
I'm just
down as
patting
well.
it down, yeah.
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 And he goes, "Oh, hello, little one."
Lux is standing next to her doing almost the same because it's also the first time. I see
Brion
it.
is looking at it very confused. It's just like...
Erin,
Yes.
is any one of you able to understand Draconic?
Where's my character sheet?
Nope, not me.
No, for once, I do not know Draconic.
All right, then continue on.
Annie knows Draconic.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hello.
Sanamin, it talks. Your little
It
dragon
does?
talks.
Finally,
Oh,
you understand? I'm hungry. Do you have gold? Do you have gold? Gold?
Eh. I rummage through my bag, and it's mostly tokens, but there are like a few loose gold coins in there.
He grabs one of the tokens and then starts licking it like an ice cream pop, and you see its very rough and coarse tongue is literally scraping off the very thin gold layer of this token right now.
Well, that was 5 gold down the drain.
You know what? Let's just... And I give him a regular one instead.
Yeah, and then he just starts crunching down on the token, happily eating away.
Could you... Are you
So-
talking to that thing?
Yeah, but I don't know. He's just saying that he's hungry. How did you
Ask
come
him
by
what he-
this cutie?
Ask him what he does.
Yeah, you all heard Annie make noises like. That's Draconic.
Nice.
Sounds awesome. Okay. What do you do, little one?
Extra gold.
He says he eats gold.
What's that for use? Okay.
How did you come by this one, Zanamin? It's so cute.
a friend of ours procured a pocket watch. And I say procured with, you know, some emphasis.
I feel
we
you.
tried to give it back, to
Yeah.
be fair.
Yeah, and he told us to keep it. So I guess
But
we are
Hector-
taking care of this
Which-
little dragon.
I can perfectly understand if all it does it's eating your gold.
Yeah. But
Well,
he
I think he has
has...
plenty of gold.
Yeah.
Brianna's kind of trying to hide her tusk rings and her piercings and stuff. It's like
Lux,
Yes.
what did you say? Because I heard you say something.
Oh, I said that I think Hector has plenty of gold.
probably. Yeah. But I mean, to let something eat it? I don't get the concept.
Well, it only has a small stomach. It isn't that bad.
It's cute though.
Do you think it grows? And will the watch become bigger? Will
I
it
don't
be
know.
like a clock eventually?
Well, it's not
Cinnamon.
an organic
Like-
creature, it's
Yeah.
mechanical. So.
Does it get heavier when it eats the gold? Does it get bigger?
Have I seen it get bigger? Have I noticed anything about it getting bigger?
It does not seem to be getting bigger, but the gold does. He only seems to be eating one gold coin, and then he just whirs around, flies around happily.
I asked
Well,
the little
something needs to
dragon.
go, right? Sorry, what did you say, Annie?
Well, I was gonna ask it its name. Do you guys know its name?
We do not. No.
You should, because he said its name once, and I'm trying to find it. Drazut. Drazut.
It's a good
That's
name.
what his name is. Drazut. What is your name?
Well, and I introduce the entire party and myself. And then I ask, who made you?
Elias.
Elias. Why aren't you with him anymore?
He gave me to a man so that he could watch him. I'm a watch.
What does that mean exactly?
I am a creature. 1 hour each day. He can watch me and see what I see.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Would you like me to tell your master something?
Which master?
Well, and I point to Xanamin. I was like, he's your new master.
I have no master. I am my own.
Yes, very
You
strong.
see like a puff of smoke coming out.
Is Annie still translating as well, or just?
Yeah, every single time.
So-
Cinnamon, I think we should get rid of this.
What do you mean with watch?
Well, it wasn't meant to watch us in the first place.
Well,
Wow.
if Barkley says it has to stay with us,
It sounded like he could watch what ever Drasut was seeing.
yeah, and we were deliberately given this dragon.
To me, it sounded like a familiar, though.
Yeah, it sounded like
A spy
the-
device. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, but whose crying device? Ours or his? As in the person that's currently taken care of.
no, the one that made it.
Okay, no, we don't know that. Ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you ask him
I'm
that?
just translating every single thing. So I don't
What
want
are
to say
you?
every
Now,
time.
what are you asking him specifically, Annie?
Okay.
Because also it's open for interpretation, and I could say more than I want to. You know.
Okay. Who can see through your eyes?
My creator. Well, anyone really that can scry when I am a creature, not when I am an object.
Okay.
Can you tell us when somebody is scrying through you?
Yes.
Is there now? I'll ask Annie, and Annie asks the little thing.
Yeah, I'm just standing there like a
No.
talk, like a translator.
You currently see that his eyes lit up with a very vibrant blue light, and then he looks around. No.
Okay.
How can we tell?
Sorry, what did you say?
How can we tell?
Well, do you have...
I don't know what that is.
No.
I do not.
Well, if you do, you see these like... And then he just like with his hands, he does this, but because he's way smaller. But you see these little balls? Those are eyes. But there are none now.
Right. Okay. Okay. Can you ask him if he only becomes like this dragon every night, or can we make him change? Does he have a button?
I relay the question. Can we, what makes you change every night? Can we enforce a change?
I am timed to change every midnight.
What makes you change back?
When I am back in my pocket watch form, you can set an alarm. Then I'll change at that time.
That's pretty cool.
Right.
But I'm guessing we can only do that once a day?
It's only for an hour each day, but you can pick which time.
Okay.
To know.
I think
That's
this little guy
interesting.
could prove us useful.
Yeah.
But you guys, I'm not sure if it could be that Hector gave it to us so he could watch us, but also he was kind of hinting at that we should, well,
Find its maker.
investigate the maker. So it might just been a bit of a, well,
Hint.
giving hint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you scry by any chance, Lux?
No, I think I can learn it, but I don't have like the connection yet to do it. I need to be really like
asking.
anchored.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't either.
Is it, I know some stuff about magic from my studies. I can't cast it myself in any way. There are magics that let you like look into people, but you don't really need a specific object on them, right? For that?
No, but what he was explaining.
Yeah, no, I'm talking in world. I'm talking as
Yeah.
Alduin.
I don't
I'm
know
not
what you're
specifically-
asking. Are you asking
I'm just,
something?
no, this is as Alduin talking to the rest.
Oh, okay,
This is
okay.
not,
I thought you were asking.
this is not
the
me doing
Continue.
rule things. No. This is
No,
not
no,
me
no,
doing
no.
rule things.
I don't know anything about magic.
What did you mean?
Right, there are magics that let you look in on other people, like scrying, which was just named. But as far as I've learned, there's not specifically an object needed for that. As far
Well,
as I know.
a lot of spells make it easier if you have some kind of way to connect or anchor yourself. So it may be that it works the same with this one.
Alright,
Right.
interesting.
I'm not sure.
If we, I turn again to the dragon, and if
then
you awaken, can you, well, if we ask you to go somewhere, could you go there for us?
Where do you
Nice.
want me to go? If I,
Well,
I'd rather
well,
stay with people that
I'm
have
not-
coins.
I'm not telling you to leave. I was just
Okay.
wondering. Well, yeah. I'm just wondering what we. Well, how we can help each other, actually.
I don't need any help. I'm a gift.
Say,
That
Dre-
you certainly are.
say, Drazut, right?
Yeah. Draz.
Drazut. What happens to the gold? What does it do for you?
It gives me magic.
What kind of magic?
Well,
Burning
All kinds.
pockets.
Burning
Yes.
pockets. So how much gold do you need to get the magic?
I can do one magic for each gold. I'm hungry again. And you see that his eyes are still very bright blue and he's just looking around.
I'll give him a coin.
And he eats the coin.
We're just feeding
Just
our
for
fucking
mechanics,
to
one gold
fuck.
coin per spell slot for this creature. You have no idea what his spell list is, but it seems True Sight is one of them.
True Sight seems to be one of them, yeah. That's fucking useful.
Guys, could
Only
we, in the
gold, or do
meantime,
you also like gems and silver?
Could you say that again, Lux, from the start?
Well, do you only eat gold, or do you also like gems and silver and?
I've never had a gem.
uh-oh.
I eat silver, but then I can only do little things. They're not
Well,
as tasty.
gems might be like dessert for you. I don't know. We'll see one day.
Supercharged mini dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, could we in the meantime maybe go ahead, start walking? I'm getting tired.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go do that.
Yes.
It's been a long
it-
day.
It's at this point where there's a mischievous smile on the little dragon's face, and then he just looks around, and then just goes like, achoo! And then there is just this magical glitter all over you.
Over all of us?
Yes. Well, I think you need to do a dexterity saving throw for
I think
it.
so too.
What?
No, I'll embrace it.
I will try to make a dex save. If that is the save
Yeah.
that needs to be made.
Yep.
Bam, baby.
I don't mind being covered in glitter.
Is it a dex save?
I paid
Is it
for
dex
this.
save?
everywhere.
Yes.
I want my glitter.
No! Oh man. I still have my terrible rolls from last game. God damn it.
This
Look at
glitter
me,
will
I'm
stick to you
glittery.
forever.
Brion just jumps out of the way with her reflexes, but everyone else is just completely covered in this glitter. And it seems to make you incredibly well to see in the darkness. No one would be able to miss you.
Aw, thank you, Grasud. It looks amazing. Just what we needed, a bit of glitter. Well, Dios didn't need it. She is already shining like a beacon.
What are you talking about? My skin is glittering now too!
True.
You
You
do
just
look
see
amazing,
her, like,
Dios.
walking around like a sparkling fairy. Anyways,
So, guys, since it's getting quite late, I was wondering, can we meet up somewhere in the morning? Cause well, since our quests
coming with
align
us?
so perfectly,
are you not
there's,
staying the night?
am I welcome to?
Yes. Of
All right,
course.
I have to send a message though to.
Ooh,
My
are we like a team now? I must say, these emerald green clothes, they look great on the two of you as well. I think we should make them for all of us.
Yep, I agree. It looks.
I
I mean, do you think it will fit under my armor? Would it look good?
I would put it over your armor, otherwise you can't see it.
Right, that's very smart.
It's not how armor works in general.
Depends on what you put over it. It could be like a cloak or something.
This is not a cloak. This is like a fitting suit. There's no space for armor under these
I'm
clothes.
just saying the color looks good on you. Take a
Yeah,
compliment.
I
it
agree.
looks good. It's not very utilitarian though. And when, you know, in actual situations, I'd rather have protection than look good.
Well, we could
you
dye
look
your
even better
armor.
with the glitter.
Maybe if you like the color.
I think you should dazzle yourself up a bit. I mean, for me it's golden rings, and for Lux it's pretty clothes. But you could use some little more sparkle, Alduin.
If you want to have some green, we can also give you an undershirt for your armor. You know, it's not like you wear your mail on your bare skin.
That's true. I do have an undershirt. I also have an overcoat that goes over the armor, but that's more for warmth.
As you are having this conversation about clothing and armor and all sorts of things, the glitter has already dissipated ages ago. And the little dragon is currently yawning again and curls up into a little ball before it whirs and clicks into place. And after that hour of walk, you arrive at the second-hand shop of Us and Dios. What did you want to say, Xanamin?
No, I was just patting the dragon as it was yawning.
I do think
I put it
emerald
back in my
green
pocket.
robe would look amazing on you as well. Yeah, I'm totally seeing this.
So we are going to dress up in green now. Is that it?
I am with you, Lux. I think it looks amazing. I've never felt so fabulous as I felt today.
I've
It
never
matches
been
my
like
skin
shopping
tone
like
good
this.
as well. Sorry?
I've never been really like shopping like this, like in a city.
No, me neither. I usually just wore hide, actually. But this is
Xanamin,
better.
Yeah.
are you gonna set the alarm for a different time? That might be more beneficial.
I can set it, but what would you suggest? It's not like we are. Well, I should certainly set it for when we're not asleep, like it was last time.
I mean, couldn't you just, if we think we're gonna need it, set the alarm for 5 minutes later?
Yeah, I guess we can. I'll just set it to like 10 for now, in the evening.
Right.
And if we need to set it for another time, we can just enter that time.
Right.
I guess it can only wake up once a day, like it said.
Once every
Yeah.
24 hours.
Right.
So it shouldn't wake up tomorrow then, but the day after that.
Yep.
Yep.
And then even the day after that, we could adjust the
sorry.
time.
Once every 12 hours, because time
Oh.
goes into 12 hours. Yeah, sorry, once every 12 hours.
So we could take it to school tomorrow. Maybe
Yeah,
we
we can.
shouldn't.
Oh,
Well,
They
I'll
might think we
bring them.
stole it.
Well,
yeah,
they don't have evidence of that.
that's true.
Oh, we were gifted it.
Eventually.
It said itself, it's a gift.
They're all gifted over there, so
Badoom. Nice.
Just going to try and explain the mechanics of this. When you set a time, it will wake up every 24 hours at that time. But you can change the time in 12-hour periods because it's a clock that has only 12 hours. So if you would set it for 12, it would wake up at 12 again. But if you would set it at 1, it would wake up at 1. The first one that comes.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
To me, at least.
But since it went to sleep at 1, it can't wake up at 1 again, so we'll do the next one, so it will be 1 mid-afternoon.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that makes sense.
Good.
clear. Right. I don't know what you guys are gonna do, but I am heading to bed.
Yeah, no touching weird paintings again. Don't do that.
Weird
I'd rather
painting?
not have to fight you.
I'll just focus on dreaming about pretty swords tonight. Instead of touching weird paintings. And I think actually Us took it, or covered it, or whatever.
Well, she covered it, but it was already covered, and you uncovered it.
It was looking at me, and you guys...
And
It
you
was
didn't
looking
think
at
that was
me.
weird. And you didn't think that was weird?
Well, sure, of course, but what do you do when something is weird? You investigate.
I would
No,
be
you
curious.
ignore it. Until there are more people.
It looked interesting. I mean, you guys were asleep, I didn't want to wake you.
I get it.
Right, see, Lux is with me.
Well, I don't think it's smart, but I get it.
I didn't say I was smart. I said I investigated, and that's what I did. I'll try not to.
So,
Yeah.
maybe a cup of tea before we go to bed?
That sounds good.
I need to kind of calm down. I'm feeling kind of, I don't know,
Giddy.
maybe just the busy atmosphere of the casino.
You've noticed that Dios has taken her hat off, and underneath this dazzling appearance that she had, she's literally wearing a muumuu and slippers with fluffy bits on for. And then she just, what? It's comfortable. And then she just,
I also get that.
yeah. Then she puts her sleeping hat on and she says, "If you want any tea or anything else, help yourself. I'm off to bed." And then she just goes off into what you assume is the bedroom.
I'll go
Thank
ahead and
you.
make a cup. I'll go ahead and make a kettle of tea.
Sure, I'll have a cup of tea with you guys.
Well, there's a very small makeshift kitchen with all kinds of mismatched cups and saucers and one kettle with a tiny little crack in it.
I'll be
Leon,
careful. Yeah.
Could you give me some after you've boiled the water, a separate cup with just boiled water instead with one with tea?
You've got a weird taste. But yeah, sure.
Thanks.
So I'll hand everyone a cup of tea and then Alduin a cup of hot water.
Thanks. Alduin starts taking off his bandages, gets some fresh bandages he has, soaks them in the hot water and applies some salve he has to them and rebinds the bandages. You see, like, on his hand, there's like scar tissue upon scar tissue upon scar tissue, and all over like his left hand. That he then
That's what you
rebinds.
get when you're trying to do cool stuff.
That's what you get that's the price you pay for, well, one of the many prices you pay for the use of blood magic.
Looks cool though. I mean,
How does it work?
It is similar to conventional magic, although the energy source is different. So, depending on the type of magic you cast, you have different types of energy sources. My energy source is more conventional since it is my own blood. Like warlocks, their energy source comes from like their patrons. Mine comes from, well, the energy that is stored within one's blood.
Quick question. Wouldn't it be, I don't know, easier, less painful, maybe even better to, well, I don't know, use someone else's blood?
There are reasons why we do not do that, and that's more comes down to that just being, you know, kind of a terrible thing to do.
Wow. I mean,
what about
depends
maybe
on the person.
sheep's blood or whatever?
Doesn't work the same. It has to be
Human?
blood of either human or one of the other
Right.
powerful races. It comes down to the amount of energy that is stored in blood, and like dragon blood would be like extremely high powered blood, but again, it's hard to contain because it's extremely powerful, so it might just kill me when I do that.
And walking around with like a giant backpack of blood is weird.
It's kind of weird, and also
Yeah.
blood doesn't keep very well unless it's cooled.
Yeah.
So
would be a
there's a bunch of reasons. One is because, you know, it's just kind of evil not to. You know, it's kind of evil if you use someone else. Look, there are blood hunters out in the world who will use other people's blood, but trust me, they will be hunted down by us for being evil assholes.
It
Yeah, but I
smells.
mean, like, what if you only use evil people's blood? Eh?
Yeah, but that blood will be tainted with their evil. and their corruption, which will then, corrupt the magic. There's a whole bunch of nuances to it. And
Interesting.
Old blood kind of stinks as well. It's just where I come from. We had like this pit near the fighting rink, where like if someone was bleeding, we would bring them there so that it won't like cover the entire ground and stuff. It always smelled very bad.
Oh, in the temple we just clean it up with magic.
Yeah, that's not one of the luxuries that I had.
A luxury.
You should write that down.
I should.
That's nice.
All right. Well, Annie retires.
Yeah, Brianna's going to bed too. Are we in the sleeping quarters?
Storage room.
Yes, it's like a storage room
Right.
/ sleeping quarter.
Is the painting moving?
There's no painting in that room. It seems to
Good.
have been removed from the room.
good.
I'll just go to bed.
Everyone going to bed at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, by the way, because Brianna had to leave her weapons and stuff in the house of Dios and us. Brianna's going to sleep with her bike.
Okay.
Al
Yeah, you
was-
can
totally.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can open the chest and retrieve your weapons and armor and all that sort of stuff.
Goody.
Alduin will quickly catch up to Lux before bed. Lux, do you have a moment?
Yeah, sure. What's up?
Do you still have the ability at this point to send a message? Or
Uh,
are you
yeah.
tapped?
I can.
Could
I
you-
can-
Everyone's currently gone to the bedrooms, making themselves ready for the night, setting their bedrolls up and such. And only Alduin and Lux are left behind in the kitchen, leaning against the kitchen table and chairs with a cup of tea and hot water in their hands.
Alduin will rip out a piece of paper from his notebook. Could you send this message to Madeline?
I can send I can contact 2 people still, if you want
Oh.
to.
Well, I've already written out the message for you, made sure it's not longer than 25 words. It copy-pasted a bit weird because it only whispered the first part. It doesn't matter, I don't even know why I whispered it in the first place, but...
Roll 20 chat.
Yeah, roll 20 chat. I can send
Yeah,
it to
I was
Discord
just
if you
looking
want.
if it's in the right order now, but I think it is.
Oh no, it is in the right order, it's just from top to
Yeah.
bottom, but the first part is whispered, accidentally.
What's a progenitor?
Originator. It's where they got the blood from.
Never heard of that. But all right, I'll send it to her, and I'll
Thanks.
kind of sit on the floor, cross-legged, and try to connect to the roots and send a message to Madeline. And I'll say, like a progenitor of the order, captured by bounty hunter, who was then double-crossed. Now working with them to look for info. What about you?
What? And then that's it.
Huh?
Because she said a few words twice.
Oh,
Which is lovely.
Amaze balls.
There's a moment of silence.
yawn.
Dire news. I'm busy in Whitestone. Spread here is dire. We'll need your help soon.
fudge.
You can see Lux, her expression kind of changing to a worried look.
What is it?
And then a few minutes later, you get another message.
Oh!
We will need to contact Sect of the Storm. Do you know the name of the one who was taken? That is important. They are still dark.
What's the last thing you said? They're still...
Dark.
Yeah, I have no idea how many words I'm using, so I'm trying to keep it very
I think the last one went a little bit over, not by much.
Yeah,
but
so then I don't think the last one got through or
1,
something.
2,
like that.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, They are. We didn't get still dark.
Oh, well, instead of they are, it's no
Just
news.
still dark. No news. Okay.
Oh yeah, of still dark. It's just that she wants to get the point across that.
She'll probably have said still dark. She'll probably have said
Still
that.
silence. Still silence.
Alright. Okay. Let me check my notes.
I'm just kind of mumbling it out loud while I'm hearing it to Aldwin.
And you can respond to her.
I will, if she mumbles that out loud, I will immediately say name was Dorothy.
Um,
I don't know if she can hear that when she's in like the trance and stuff, but I will just say it anyway.
yeah, I can hear it.
Okay.
I'll respond. It is good to hear from you. Her name is Dorothy. I'll talk to Aldwin about contacting the sect.
You get another message. Tell Aldwin that's the leader. If she is not there,
Bitch.
her son has taken over. Not good. Bad. Vengeful.
So, she means Dorothy is the leader.
Yeah, Dorothy's the leader. And our son has taken over and he is apparently vengeful, which sadly enough is a common trait amongst...
So they
Like
took the
with
head
the
of
like
the
him.
pack.
Yeah, I'm very surprised that our rogue friend was able to take care of that with just his sister. Very surprised about that. She must have had help.
Her sister didn't make it.
That's true. Also, why was the... I'm from a different sect. I'm from a different order, an order stationed in Kaimon. We are more city type people. Order of the Storm is more forest, wild type people. That's, Order of the Lycan, they are werewolves, all of them. I don't know much about them. I've never been to them. This got even worse.
I don't know, we might have to discuss it with the others as well.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure what to do. I mean, she's saying that the spread in Whitestone is dire and she needs help there. We also need to contact the clan, but we don't know anyone there. I don't know anyone there. Do we?
I take out the small bit of map that I have of the specific region we're in that we got from the druid. Whitestone is all the way to the northeast from here, but the Sect of the Storm is all the way up north in the Grey Valley, which they're not really close to each other. And I have no way of specifically contacting them.
Well,
because there's no safe house in this city. The only way I can think of for getting them a message the quickest is to actually travel to Kaimel and get them a message. Because I don't think you can send messages to people you don't know, right?
No, I have to know who I contact. I mean, yeah. I do think it's something to discuss because it's getting complicated.
Yeah, we need to discuss this tomorrow with the rest.
Or do we have to talk about it now? I mean, I do have the energy to contact one other person today.
I also
we could contact
think
someone else tomorrow.
that you can still respond to Madeline.
No, she already did.
Yeah, but there was no pause after the first.
Because if you send a message, she responded, and then send another message right away, then you responded to that, and then she sent the last message with the information that that's the leader.
Right.
She has a son. Is bad. Right? I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's
we
correct.
can be discussing all of this and then still respond, I guess.
Right, we sent that. We got that back. Yeah.
I would have asked, the only thing I would have asked after that message is, who is the son and is it bad that he's taking over?
You don't receive any messages anymore.
Yeah, because she probably can't send anymore either.
Oh yeah, she can't respond to my response, so that's...
If you still can send one message, we could ask her if it's I'm trying to word it correctly so we can send it in a shortest message as possible.
Should we ask her if we should go there or if we should come to Whitestone?
Yeah, so do we go to the sect to check what's going on there, or go to Whitestone? But that will mean that we cannot set free. Ask what she thinks is the best idea in that case. Because we've got a couple of options.
Annie's sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, but do we want to discuss it with the others before I send another message? Maybe they have anything smart to say about it.
Yeah, we kind of do want to discuss it with the rest too, but...
I'll get up and start walking upstairs.
Yeah, we need to wake them.
Come on.
Yeah.
We're all in this together.
I kicked Brion.
Already? It's been like 5 seconds.
You've been here for like 5 minutes. How do you sleep this fast?
I was tired.
Apparently.
Sorry. I mean...
Sorry guys, but do you have the energy to, well, discuss something before you go to sleep again?
What's up?
Sure.
What's up?
We received some bad news. I had Lux send a message to Madeline about what we've discovered about Dorothy, the blood hunter that Annie captured. So first thing we got back is that Whitestone's bad. Lycanthropy has spread to Whitestone, and apparently the situation isn't great. It's actually very bad.
She needs our help.
And she needs our help. The second thing we got back from her is that we need to contact the sect of the storm, because Dorothy... Well, first she was like, we need to contact the sect of the storm, and asked us for the name. I told her that the name was Dorothy, and she then told us that Dorothy was the leader of the sect of the storm. And that apparently now her son will have taken over, and he is apparently a vengeful bastard.
Annie, you are a tough cookie.
Yeah,
Well, it did take me 3 sleeping potions to subdue her.
that
I mean-
makes sense.
It worked. So what's the thing now? Because we either gonna have to go to Whitestone, or we're gonna have to go to the Grey Valley.
Yeah.
All I know is that I came back to Westrune because I knew that the real contractor, the anonymous one, who used Hunston to double cross me, lives here somewhere in Westrune.
Benedict Hansen, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I don't
if
think we can leave here yet, but we do have to make a plan for after this.
If Madeline needs us,
Also,
I think we
it's-
should help Madeline first.
Yeah, but it'll take us... I think it'll take us about 2 weeks to get to Whitestone. I will look at the DM to confirm
Well,
that estimate.
Maybe we are going to
Way
fix
longer.
this problem,
Way
right?
longer than that.
We are going to fix this problem for the magic school person.
Yeah.
What
Hoping-
instead of money, we ask her to
Send us there.
take us to Whitestone as quick as possible. Maybe she got some horses. Maybe there's a cart. Maybe.
So I'm not sure, but I don't think she specifically said that she needs your help. She needs help.
Yeah, she
Right.
needs help, and we're going to.
She,
Give her
she-
help.
I think she did say your help. But if
continue.
that was not meant to be. Because... So...
We will
Is it-
need your help soon, she said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I
No,
don't
that's okay.
think
Let's keep it like
I
that.
don't know. We'll keep it like that.
I don't think that's a great idea because we'll just be helping out with the symptoms of the root problem, and the root problem
The root problem is the
It's-
licon that was captured. It's the...
It's in Grey
exactly,
Valley.
and
Yeah.
but the
Captured
man
alive.
Yeah.
the man who used Benedict Hunston to double cross me, the real contractor, he's here somewhere. If we don't find him, we can go to Whitestone all we want, but then another outbreak will occur
Yeah.
elsewhere.
It won't solve it.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, I don't think I get it. So the captured lichen is in Western?
It's the last point that we know where she was. Right?
No. I captured her on the way to Iman and delivered her to Benedict Hunston in Iman. But Benedict Hunston was hired by some anonymous dude who I found out lives here in Western.
Right.
Right.
Okay, got it.
It's also interesting that they sent you after. Well, do you call it a pack? I'll call it a pack. The leader of the pack. I mean, if they
accurate.
just need someone with control over their powers for this lycanthropy, why pick the leader? And
Maybe
the sun
the sun has something
is
to do with
taking
it.
over. I mean,
Another element of chaos added to the mix.
You know
Again,
what I
don't-
think? You know what
I-
I think? I already really wanted to go to the Grey Valley.
Traveling to the Grey Valley will also take a while.
Sure, but
And
we're going
I-
to the root of the problem.
That's not the root of the problem.
That's where the werewolves are, right?
Yes, but that's not the werewolves we specifically have to worry about at this point. They are werewolves in control. They're not going to go raging around a town, killing people and turning
Right,
people.
you explained that before.
Yeah.
Right. So the
The-
problem is either in Iman or in Western.
As far as we know, yeah.
Maybe
I haven't
the wizard knows something.
Yeah.
I haven't actually talked to my patron about this yet. Might be useful.
That could also come in handy. Who's your patron?
It's Barkley.
Ah. You could ask him, but to be honest, I do feel like he would have told us if he knew. If he didn't, he is an
Yeah.
idiot.
He is a very
Smart
Closed off, dude.
man. Yeah.
I've known
I
him for a
think he
very
didn't
long
want
time.
to influence our judgments with his thoughts on the matter, actually. I think he wanted someone neutral to look at it from another perspective.
Sure.
And if he just tells us everything he thinks, we are also going to look from that perspective into it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you have any leads on that anonymous person in Westruun? Any? Is there any?
No, it's just, I know it was such a difficult fight I only escaped by the skin of my teeth, and Westruun is the only clue that I had. Maybe it would help if we were to go to Iman and visit Hunston, but that seems like a very long way to travel for a piece of information that would send us back to Westruun.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Lux could call him through the roots of the trees. She does
Yeah,
that.
we've talked about that before. Sending messages to people you don't know.
Talk to the guy in the Mon. Yeah, but I think if we did it before, maybe if Annie describes the man very good.
We could try that. It's especially with the werewolves that we don't know anything about them. So I wouldn't
Right.
even know where to begin and try. I was also still thinking, Barkley, he said that it's probably something really personal and someone with passionate motives. I can't shake that kid, that boy from my mind. I don't know, it's a bit far-fetched, but it seems like his mother's casino is really getting in his way.
Right.
I don't know.
I think I've lost you.
I'm sorry, people get that sometimes with me.
No,
I
it's
feel
not
like my
you.
brain sometimes
It's-
is a bit all over the place.
It's just very complicated.
All right, I snap a finger and a bird appears out of a pocket dimension.
Okay.
And I whisper something to it and it flies off, and I send it over to Barkley. And I look through its eyes and stuff, so I go blind, I guess. And
Poke, poke, poke.
temporarily.
Simon, what is she doing?
What is he doing? Can I roll for Arcana?
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah. It would be so embarrassing if this is something like a 10.
You have no idea what she's doing.
Yep. She's doing something.
I'll tap her
good.
shoulder. Who's your little bird friend?
I don't respond. Wait, it actually needs to be a bit closer than I'm used to playing the warlock one, which is like very, very far, but but this one only has 100 feet of range. I think, yeah. Am I within 100 feet?
So what are you exactly wanting to do? Can you let me know?
Oh, I just want to send my familiar to
Barkley.
Barkley.
No, listen. While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate it with it telepathically.
Yeah.
Beyond that 100 feet,
Yeah.
you can't communicate with it anymore, but you can continue to look through its eyes and hear what it sees.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, hear what it hears and sees what it sees. Not hear what it sees, but you know what I mean.
Right. But I'm not within 100 feet, right? Sorry, guys. I'm used to the warlock one, which is
Yeah,
problem.
you
A
can,
lot
that's
farther.
fine.
it'll still work. You just can't tell it to like, oh,
Yeah.
fly left now.
So with that knowledge, you can give
I'll
it a
still send it to
message
him.
that you want to send to him.
Yeah. Because it can deliver spells, right?
It can.
It can deliver touch spells. And
Oh, I don't know.
finally,
No, that actually specifically says that your familiar must be within 100 feet of you.
right? Okay, check.
Yeah.
So I guess that doesn't work. My eyes become normal again, and I thought he's too far. Can't reach him.
Brion's been like this in front of your face all the time. Like,
I snapped my fingers to put it back in the pocket dimension. Sorry, guys. I just tried to. I tried to reach Barkley. I didn't realize we were that far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
We-
about an
you
Can't
hour.
hear
a
us
long
when you
time.
do that?
Sorry, Lux.
You can't hear us when we do that? When you do that?
No, I can't see you either.
Okay, I was just asking how your little bird friend is called.
Oh well. Doesn't really just call it bird.
Twitter.
Bird.
fitting.
Twitter.
Twitter! DM. Yeah. Is there any more to talk about, or can I sleep?
Yeah, I think we can still
First
try
thing
and
tomorrow, it's going to the School of the Gifted,
Yeah.
Yeah.
fix their shit, and then maybe we could use a favor from like the headmaster to maybe fix something or to get some information. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I'm tired.
there's
Yeah.
like Madeline needs backup either from us or from someone else. DM,
Yes.
do I? The only two blood hunter sects that I know about is the Sect of the Storm and the one from Kymel, right? I don't know about any other ones on the continent that are closer to Whitestone.
I'm not sure if I've let you roll for this before. I think I have.
I think that
I
was.
think you did.
I don't remember. Like it's been like a couple games since I specifically asked.
No, I think the knowledge that I gave you is the knowledge that I gave
Right.
you. But you could research it or ask someone who's more knowledgeable about the Claret orders.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be Madeline. It's the only one that I could contact immediately, basically. Otherwise, we'd have to go back to Kymel. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'll just sleep on it. I need to collect my thoughts with this new information. Alright. I don't really see a purpose in just sending a message to Madeline right now.
No, me neither.
I'll
Unless
send a
anyone else
message
does.
anyway because I think good to tell her something. So I'll sit on the floor again and I'll tell her we're still investigating source in Westron. We don't have means of contacting the sect. Should we come to you or go to the sect?
I'm not sure if that exceeds the number of words.
No,
no,
it
it
doesn't.
It's okay.
I think I've some spares even.
Yep, you do. You could add whatever. No.
It's handy if you write it out that you can double check.
I'm counting every time.
Sorry. Can you say it again? Because there was so much talk after that. I was trying to think.
Still investigating source in Westron. We don't have means of contacting the sect. Should we come to you or go to the sect?
Yeah, you have 2 spare actually.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Take away the source of lycanthropy bile. Stop future spread. If Dorothy is still alive, rescue her. Send
Right.
help.
Alright.
I'll
That's
tell
kind
the
of-
others. She says.
What
Yeah.
what I have an idea.
Yeah.
and that doesn't happen often. What if we ask? And I think maybe one of the more persuasive people of the party should do this tomorrow. But what if we propose to the school that if we get rid of the Topi and the ghosts, that maybe they could send help to Whitestone, maybe as a training for the students?
I'm gonna be honest, that in theory is a very good plan, but they have not really proven to be very effective at solving any problem to this point.
They can't handle the Topi. I would doubt they could handle.
We have seen their experiments running through the streets. I am not very confident in their abilities at this point.
To be honest, that could have been just an accident
Or the first
done
years?
by, first-year students.
I think
Can
it's
I-
probably
He'd have to ask.
misunderstood.
Can I remind you guys that the city has a system in place for situations like that, which means it happens often.
True.
They're always high, so I think it don't mixes with magic very well.
Right.
But, you know, I think for now we'll just get some sleep, and I think we should still go to the school tomorrow. And definitely go and ask Barkley, or Annie should definitely go ask Barkley about what she knows, and maybe he knows something more, because that is more specific information than we have.
Yeah.
Maybe
And then
Barkley
maybe-
has someone to help out Madeline in Whitestone.
Yeah.
He doesn't want this problem either, right?
No, he doesn't. So we should go to Barkley first tomorrow.
Agreed.
Right. And then the school.
And then
It's on the
school.
way.
Yeah. If we do not have a specific location, possible location on Dorothy, then we should take care of that first. But I
Right.
don't think we will immediately from the conversation, but I might be surprised. Let's do that. All right.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea.
So,
Alright.
To bed.
good night, everyone, and Brianna's gone.
Well, good night.
What? Everyone takes a nice and quiet slumber throughout the night.
I
And you wake up.
We take a little break for the pee breaks and all those types of things before we wake
Sure.
up. Shall we do that?
Yeah.
All right. Then with that, we will be back in 15 minutes to continue our investigation into the lycanthropy outbreak within Teldore. See you guys. later.
Tom.
See you after the break.
Bye.
Bye.
We have returned.
And we're back.
Hello.
Everyone's done their pee break. So, it's morning. You all wake up well rested. What would you like to do?
Yay, fix my hit points. That's what I would like to do.
I would like to visit Barkley.
Would you
I
like to
think
do
we
that
should-
on your own, or do you want to take the party with you?
Well, I think the scholars. No, the university is behind Barkley's house, right?
No.
I'm sorry, it's not a video game. Not everything's conveniently placed next to each
No,
other.
yeah.
No, right,
I was
but I
gonna-
thought it was close to each other. But we can.
No,
we
so
can have Barkley
Barclay's
first.
residence is in an entirely different ward as
It's on the other side of the city.
So, but what do we gain by gaining the information before we go into a fight with Topi?
No, that's not the point. That's not the point when we go to Barkley first. We go to Barkley first because we need information about the whereabouts of Dorothy and where she is being kept.
Yeah, but why do we need to know that before we fight Topi?
Because Barkley may need to set out some feelers for some information which might take time. That's
Right.
why we first are going to go to Barkley, because he may need some time to find the information.
Then we'll rumpus Barkley first.
Yeah.
Let's visit the entire city.
In the morning, Alduin is probably already a little bit earlier up, and when you get down to whatever living room there is or sitting
Store.
room, what they have set up, I don't know. Alduin is writing a letter furiously.
There are 3 rooms upstairs that are not part of the shop. One of them is the storage room that you slept in. The other room is a bedroom. And the 3rd room seems to be some sort of a kitchen with sink and an area to sit.
Then
With,
he is sitting
table and
there.
chairs.
That's where he'll be sitting.
Alright, Dios is busy making a delicious breakfast for everyone. Just nice bacon, eggs, fried tomatoes, some mushrooms.
I tried to sneak a peek at the letter.
Alright, make a stealth check, please.
Cool.
You don't have to roll high because Alduin, even with his passive, he's not really paying attention. He's too focused.
Okay, then make just a perception check.
Oh, good. Okay, because that 19.
Despite not being so stealthy, you do stumble over a chair, but it doesn't seem to arouse any suspicion at Alduin. Everyone else, though, can see that you're clearly trying to be stealthy and failing. However, you can see over his shoulder what he's writing.
What you will see is, Dear Director Dulamar, I request aid with extreme haste to be sent to Whitestone due to a lycanthropy outbreak. Madeline Hildebrand, a blood cleric from Wildmount, is currently on site and is attempting to deal with the outbreak, but is through me requesting aid. I am currently in Westron attempting to find the source of the lycanthropy that is being used to infect a drug known as Sood. There is more information that is available to me, and that is where he currently is writing.
Okay, cool. I try to be really quiet, but since I'm not very stealthy, I'm kind of like making sounds as I read. I'm like, Dulamar.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you can write this letter in your free time, Vincent.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? As you're waking up very slowly in the morning, some of you are praying to their gods, getting their spells ready, preparing themselves for a day filled with activities. What are you telling each other that you're going to do?
I am currently trying to pull the nice jacket that I got over my armor. Because I'm in love with this jacket.
And the jacket is tailored to you without the armor. As you're trying to pull it over your armor, you hear like...
I'll stop.
Okay.
And
Some of the seams around the shoulders have stretched a little bit.
I'll get over to her and I'm like, Brion, what are you doing? And I'll start mending the seams of her.
It is very easy to mend as she has not broken it beyond repair yet, so the seams are like stitching together.
I just really want to wear this nice jacket, but it doesn't fit over my armor.
You can wear it underneath your armor.
I'll try that. Does it look stupid?
Maybe we should make it into a cape or something.
That sounds good. I'll just keep it in my pack for now. I'll check this later. I think we should all just stuff our faces a little bit and head out to Barkley then.
All right.
I did change my clothes, put on my armor, and put the nice earrings back into its original box.
Okay, so you're not wearing them?
Not wearing them to Barkley. I think he'd like that.
Yeah, but
That might be why
it
she's
doesn't
not
really
wearing
fit
it.
with. I feel like if we're going to the school, I need my armor, and I can't show up in my nice clothes.
That's very true. That's
But
true.
I'll just wear the earrings for a bit then. Okay.
I think he'll like that.
All right. So, everyone's ready to go.
Yes.
Does anyone else want to prepare or do or say anything before?
Before I leave, I would like to ask Dios. Dios, what is the best place to send a letter to Kaimo with extreme haste?
At the post office.
Yeah, do they do express deliveries?
I believe they are very costly, but they do, yes.
Okay, good. Where can I find that? What district?
That would be the Market District.
Market district. Thank you.
Okay, let's visit Creepy Barkley.
All right. So, making your way downtown.
Walking fast. Face
Walking
fast.
fast.
We're not homebound.
You are currently in the Market Watch, so with the directions from Dios, you find your way towards the post office. No trouble at all.
I will walk up to it. It's open, I'm assuming.
No, it's Sunday. They're closed.
Yeah, no, it's open, no problem.
I will walk up to the desk. I would like to send a letter to Kaimo.
Oh, a letter to Kaimo then.
Yes.
It is 2 copper per mile for a normal delivery, and 2 gold per mile for an express delivery, and 5 gold per mile for super hasty express delivery.
Oh, right. How much is exactly the distance to Kaimo? We just did a thing, but Kaimo's not on that map.
Yeah, it is not. But I have it here.
The actual painting in her hands as well.
Yeah.
Just the touches.
It would be approximately 11 miles.
11 miles, so that times 5 would be 55 gold. Is my quick math from the top of my head? Yeah, 55 gold. Let me just quickly check how much gold I have. Yes,
could
I
help
will
out.
be. Yeah, I will be paying for the Super Duper Express 5 gold per mile rate.
Alright. Yeah, that would be then 55 gold for a letter to Kaimo.
I just hand it over.
Alright, thank you very sir.
I will be sending you the actual letter that I have written when I have finished it.
Alright, thank you.
Alright. Oh, oops.
So you make your way further down towards the house of Barkley. You all stand in front of the gates, and as you enter the street again, it's almost like the lights are...
Was that a cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that a creeping cat? There he is!
Miss Boots.
He's here on this side.
Yeah, I just dropped all my tools on the floor.
Oh, great.
Alright, anyways, so you get to the Barkley residence, you stand in front of the house, it looks very creepy all around you, there's a bit dim light, everything, misty, fog, creepy. Iron rusty gates, what do you want to do?
Before we head inside, I just take a minute and I close my eyes and I take a couple of deep breaths. Ow, don't bite your tongue. A couple of deep breaths and all right, I'm ready to go in now.
Alright, are you going alone?
I'll go with her.
That's cool, that's fine.
Then my question is still, Annie, would you like to go alone and will you stop her?
Nah, it's cool. Well, I don't know. Oh.
What
I
does
won't
Annie do?
stop her.
You
I will
won't?
not stop her.
Alright, so
I'll
yeah.
just not invite them explicitly, but
I'll kind of do a couple of steps behind Annie and then look over my shoulder to Lux and kind of... Should I? Aren't we all?
Oh,
Are we waiting here?
Annie, do you want us to come or do you want to speak in private for a bit?
well, how about you give me like 5 minutes?
Sure.
Sure. You okay?
Yeah. I just always need to prepare a little bit before I go inside. Just to
All
make
right.
sure I'm calm and zen and...
You'll be fine. I'll tap you on the shoulder and you feel a warmth kind of go into you, and I'll give you guidance.
For the next
It's only
minute,
for like a minute or something, but
you are
more
guided.
fair than anything else.
Mag ik zo misschien nog water?
You stand in front of the door and you actually know how to get in without having to knock.
Cool.
Can we see that?
Well, do you want to explicitly look?
Well, I mean, she wants to go to talk to the creepy dude alone. Brion thinks that's very peculiar, so...
What you see is that without knocking, she seems to just open the door and enter the house.
Looks like she's a regular.
And then you go through and you are greeted by the butler of the home, who doesn't seem to mind, but he says in a very gruff voice, "Who do you wish to see?"
The lord of the manor, please.
That would be in his study. Knock.
And I move on without really thanking him.
Yeah, you go to the first floor and go towards where you believe to be his study is.
And I knock once.
Do you wait or do you enter?
I just enter.
All right.
Well, I give it 2 seconds and then I enter.
You enter into a room where there's a desk, 2 comfortable chairs, and a fireplace. Behind the desk is a third chair, on which is sitting Barclay, dressed in comfortable gentleman robes, with what looks to be a sort of a magnifying glass on his eye and a quill in his hands. He looks up, he scrapes his throat, and just waits.
Hector, good to see you. I've got a quick question for you. Have you been in touch with the group of heroes, I suppose, that have been through town? Who am I kidding? Of course you have. Thing is, and she tries to she starts thinking of how to phrase her words, but then she breathes a couple of times again and focuses on the here and now. Tries to drown out her thoughts. Thing is, Hector, these people might prove valuable to me as well.
What thoughts are you drowning out?
Well, because I haven't told him anything yet, right? About my sister, and I'm trying to cherry pick certain things that I want to discuss with him out of that, but leave out a lot of the sister dying double crossing stuff. But these people, they might actually be of use to me, and it seems I'm kind of stuck somewhere, and I could use your connections.
What do you require of me?
I need to know who hired my contact for my last job, the one I had right before I came back here.
Why do you think I know this?
Well, because we both know you've got some connections.
I do, but know very little of what job you had, what contract there was, or who you worked for. It's also out of my district and in an entirely different city.
I know. Do you know anybody around here who deals regularly with Benedict Hunston? Or has dealt with him?
Benedict Hunston. I've heard of that name. I've dealt with him in the past. But that is a person that you'd have to ask a class member about.
I see. Could you be of any use in this matter? Could
Not really.
I could repay you.
You already have a debt.
I know, but you can put it on my tab.
Yes.
I see. Okay. Well, and I kind of like watch the clock. It seems 5 minutes are passing.
Yes.
We will be, at least if the rest of the group is with me.
So Annie, why are you here in Westruun?
And kind of like, I try to suppress it, but like the scene of where my sister died quickly flashes through my head before I suppress it, and I tell him, just dealing with some loose ends.
Well, then I hope for your sake you deal with them swiftly. Seems those ends are tangling up my web here as well.
It seems like we're still useful to one another.
Most likely, yes. So what is the plan of that group?
Well, it seems they've got some leads on how to help you out, and this coincides with my personal quest for justice. And, well, it seems as long as we're all useful to each other,
You talk
everything
about
should work out
usefulness.
fine.
You talk about
I know,
usefulness, but so far, very forthcoming with your information. It's all very vague ditties and datties. Why don't you just specifically let me know what this group is planning to do? And prove yourself useful.
Give me some more time and my actions would speak louder than any words could.
I'd like some words.
We and I shift and I look at the clock and I'm getting very antsy now, thinking like, where are they? Well, to be completely honest, we're still kind of figuring things out.
Lux,
Yes.
do you know when 5 minutes pass?
If I count, then I'll know.
Did you?
You know,
I don't
I
think
don't
it's
watch.
like exactly 5 minutes. You have to give her a bit of time.
Sorry, Cinnamon, can you say that again?
you know I have a watch, right? I
Right.
have this pocket watch.
Has it
It's
been 5
useful,
minutes,
like-
Cinnamon?
Can I look at it and
Yeah.
see if it's 5 minutes?
It's been about 5 minutes, a little bit over 5 minutes.
Yes, it has.
Let's see. Let's see if she's okay, right? I mean, I think Alduin has some questions for Barkley as well.
Let me see. Can I just?
No.
Can I
No,
message
I
her?
don't.
Just message her because she's not
What's
that
the
far
distance?
away. Message is
120?
120 feet. Yeah.
120 feet? You can definitely
Yeah.
message her, yes.
Yeah, I'll just message her. Are you okay in there? That's...
You received a message right at the moment where he says, I would rather have some more specific idea of what they are doing today. Make yourself useful as you promise you would be. You're asking... sorry.
No, go on.
You're asking me all these questions and information, thinking that I am the answer to all of your solutions, yet you give me nothing in return.
Well,
So you received a message from Brion?
yeah.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, sorry.
Yeah.
I quickly kind of think whether or not I should reply, but I decide to anyway. I tell them, yes, come in.
She wants us to come in.
Okay.
Did she specify in what way?
She just said, yes, come in, that's it.
Let's go through the windows, bitches. No.
I'll walk up to the door and start knocking on it.
Okay, you start knocking on it.
We'll follow. I'll follow.
At this moment, Barclay says, I sense some fear in you that we've not had before in our relationship together. Why is that?
It is because I may have unintentionally gotten tangled up in something, and I'd like to fix it before. Well,
Before you think I find out,
well,
I have already.
I promise I'll fix it. I'll promise my usefulness.
Promises mean nothing to me.
Wow.
It seems that you are currently wasting my time by keeping any and all information you have about this group to yourself. So why don't you make yourself scarce and fix these problems you have caused? Stop wasting my time.
Yes, sir. And I stumble towards the door and I quickly leave. And
Oh, and Annie, before you leave, I
Yes,
would
sir?
like a full report this evening, one way or another. Goodbye.
right, sir. Bye, sir. I stumble out and I run into the party.
She's the one who opens the door. No one else is opening the door.
Cynthia's audio is a bit low for me sometimes. How it's on your...
Yeah, it's just because of moving backwards, and Barclay was speaking softly. So is this better?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, like this. So
Yeah.
cool. Put it as close as possible.
So you got what you wanted?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna meet you guys out there, if that's okay.
Are you okay?
While Lux is asking that, Alduin is just observing her to see how she's actually doing when she responds.
Well, she's a bit shook and determined to fix this, but she's not going back in there.
What does the rest of the party want to respond to or do at this moment as you're all standing outside of the Barclay residence?
You want us to leave first?
What?
You want us to leave first?
No. I'll just, be on my way and we can meet after.
You're weird.
We
Just,
should start heading to the university.
We should.
He doesn't know anything that could be of use anyway at the moment.
Right.
But he's gonna see if he can figure it out, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe you can convince him.
Knowing Barkley, if it's anything that could be used in his favor, he will.
He would have said it.
Yeah, but this information he doesn't know yet. He doesn't know that. What was his name? Benedict Hansen was the middleman for whoever hired him to have someone obtain the werewolf. There are certain things we specifically do not have to mention to him. So I think that is information that he could look into with his connections that he has.
Annie, did you mention this middleman to Barkley?
I mentioned Hunston, and I mentioned that he was hired by someone here. Seems we need to find someone in the clasp for that.
Right.
Clasp.
Great. The clasp.
Again, back at the clasp.
Well, we have to focus on the university first. They might be able to help us with.
And I'm feeling like, I've missed my pike the entire day yesterday.
Half a day. The evening.
Yeah, it's only the evening, really.
I missed it, so I think we should.
Like 3 hours.
I want to go and swing it around.
Yeah,
about
let's head over to the university.
Sure.
So, Annie, you're not going with us to the university, or what did you mean?
I think it would be a good idea if I were to stick with you guys.
Right.
I think so too.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
I think so.
Sounds like a plan.
But are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you?
No, I'm fine, thank you. Let's
Poke some topi.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who has the ghost peppers?
What are ghost
I'll do it,
peppers?
I think. It's
Yeah,
this
I got
thing
them.
it makes all the when you eat them, it first gets really hot and then everything becomes very beautiful but very scary.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only have 4.
The school will have some.
No, they won't because they came
I
for
thought we
delivery.
had
Remember?
8.
Oh no, I have more because I have some for delivery too. We kept
Yep.
4 and then I have a bunch for delivery. Never mind, we have more than that.
Be
So
fine.
let's head to the
Let's-
university.
Yeah.
Let's go back to school.
All right. So you all go towards the Scholars' Ward, and you notice that within the Scholars' Ward there are quite a few towers. There's one, a grand dome of blue, polished stone. It's beautiful, and you see it definitely from a distance. There's also a looming spire of shimmering stone in the center of the ward. It looks quite mysterious. There's also a tower on the edge that you just barely see peeking out. It looms high above what looks to be larger buildings all around it. But ahead of you right now is a grand architectural feat. Breathtakingly beautiful with old elven architecture, but at the same time the patterns to the streets, to the buildings, it all looks geometrical to the last brick. It looks to be brand new compared to the olden age spires of the looming spire of shimmering stone and a grand dome of blue polished stone. The statues of archmages and sorcerers are perfect, and the stone lions look as if they might spring off their perches at any moment. And amazing though all of that is, it's the glowing that has you all hypnotized. See, as the morning presses on, there's this grey cloud of rain looming over the city of Westrun. Yet, you walk towards what looks to be this building, and there's no obvious light source, yet you all can still make out all of the structures in a steady purple-blue light that hangs about it in the shape of a dome. Once you step underneath the grand iron-wrought entrance, you look up at the beautifully made archway. It's wrought out of iron roses and metal flower petals and vines, and it looks both realistic and strangely too accurate for it to be made by human hands. And you see there are dozens of people embroidered sash around. There's dozens of people moving around, dressed either in a range of colors from orange to deep reds, and all tied with a golden embroidered sash around the waist. You see young students from the ages of 12 to late 20s, all walking, talking, debating, laughing, and practicing flourishes of magic on stone circles with blue ley lines etched into it. To your right, you see a small child scream in fear as she is lifted up in the air, and a man in deep red robes runs towards the scene and casts 2 spells in quick succession before you watch the young girl of about 12 years old fall light as a feather into this man's arms. He sets her down and then looks to be admonishing her for her carelessness as she walks off sulking under the raucous laughter of some later year students. This is the scene that you walk into as you are walking towards Lucian's School for the Gifted.
So,
Was it on like this, Xenomorph?
definitely not this. Well, there wasn't this chaos. It was a lot more organized.
Maybe explains the oxen in the street the first day we arrived.
Yeah. So,
Seems a lot
what's
more
the plan?
logical now.
Do we
I mean, I
want to
think we need to find
the headmaster first?
right. Luxian, something.
Yeah.
You are all being approached by what looks like a student of about 17 years old, his chest puffed out proudly, on which a little pin is pinned. And you can see he takes great care of this pin as he seems to buff it up brightly with an unnaturally buffed up shine.
His head boy.
Head boy
He
incoming!
moves his massy brown hair out of his face. Welcome to Lucian's School for the Gifted. My name is Peyton Hillis, prefect of the 5th year Sulky House of Lucian's School for the Gifted. Can I help you? And he just looks at you like, with his nose up in the air and his chest puffed out.
Aldo is just staring him down, like just looking him over, looking thoroughly unimpressed. Very obviously, like communicating this in his face, and it's like, we hear you have a problem with some creatures you're unable to deal with. We're here to solve that problem.
Oh, you're here to solve the Necro Kids problems? Oh, yes, Miss Darthish already told me that the Margrave would send a squad to solve the issue. I heard they upped the bounty to 50 gold per topi head, on top of the reward for clearing out the classrooms. Seems they really want to get rid of the pest.
You don't?
Well, I don't really care. My problem currently is that the necromancy students are now out practicing in the courtyard instead of their, basement. I've been told to instruct the new crew to go by the Velvet Kettle to pick up the ghost peppers. Some of the students were sent away. You already have them? Excellent. Well, then I'll escort you to necromancy chambers, and in case you were wondering, it's in the basement of the Tower of Schools. And he just points at a ginormous tower that seems to be having 7 floors.
Right.
How original, right? The creeps in the basement.
Sure.
I don't know about you guys, but I think we may want to have a word with
Yeah.
Lucien first. So Lucien, the headmistress here.
Oh, well, good luck. She's currently not on the continent.
Ah,
Right.
well, then I think it will be up to you to tell her that the problem is still not solved.
I am sorry, you're here to solve the problem.
Well, yes,
Right.
but we're first
Sure.
going to talk to the actual person in charge and not some student.
Well then, are you sent by the Margrave? Because the Margrave was
No.
in charge of making sure that this problem was going to be solved.
Who is the Margrave?
Oh, well, then why are you on these grounds? You've got the ghost peppers, yet you're not sent by the Margrave. You
Because
know
we-
about the problem, yet you're not going to solve it. You're confusing me, and
We have solved the problem at the Velvet Cattle. That was us.
that's great.
We have not specifically been sent by the Margrave, yet we learned from the owner of the Velvet Cattle, well, not the owner, his daughter. What was her name?
Dill.
Dill.
Dill. She told us that you were having more trouble here as well. So here we are.
All right, are you here to solve it? Yes or no?
We are, yes.
Well, then follow me and I'll bring you to the problem so that you can solve it.
Will you pay us?
The Margrave will pay you. It's 50 gold per topi head, plus that's on top of the reward for clearing out all of the classrooms so that it can be used by the students again.
Right.
You guys cool with this?
Well,
How badly
I
did
guess
you... Sure, we could talk to the Margrave later. Maybe the Margrave could get us in contact with Song.
instead of the money, take some other reward.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll have to do
I
this
mean, if
first
we
then.
already have solved the problem, they're gonna have to give us a reward left or right.
I'm sorry, what do plebs like you need to talk to Miss Luchon for?
Sandman,
I
please
want
talk to this man.
I want to make my voice crack with some thunder and just very, very harshly say, did you just call a pleb? Yeah. With some roar.
I don't know what pleb means, but I'll kind of look at him angrily because it's not a nice word.
Make a intimidation check with disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
I'm helping.
Because
Using
using a
this is
cantrip to try and intimidate a student of a school of magic arts.
Yeah.
I'm
so-
helping. I'm looking
yeah,
angry.
Continue.
Alderman's also helping. He's like, please talk to this boy before I smack his ass.
A little bit late. I already asked him
I know.
so it's a 12. You see him arch his eyebrows like a cantrip. Really? Your paltry tricks. I do hope you have more than that up your sleeve to fix this problem. I heard an entire class of first years got attacked by the Topi and they're still not released by the hospital ward to at least do better than them. Anyways,
Why don't you
suits
join
them.
us if you have such a big mouth?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to dirty my hands in the basement of the necromancy school. It suits them very well that they have this problem. Maybe they'll consider picking a more respectable school of magic to focus on, like transmutation.
Xanamin, you hear this guy transmutation. Man, one of the worst
Alduin.
types of magic. Oh, man.
Alduin.
Make a
I need
Make a deception or persuasion check
Well, it's
for
not
that.
just persuasion, I guess.
Persuasion,
Alduin's-
yeah, make a persuasion check.
I was thoroughly convinced that transmutation is one of the most useless types of magic. Persuasion.
And since Zedeman is also laughing, you get advantage for that because
Right.
you're mocking him now.
12, god damn it. Our rolls are terrible today.
He does not seem deterred. Like, this person really
Has
does
an
not
air.
respect you in any way where your opinion would matter to him.
Alba doesn't really care. He's just laughing his ass off.
Brion is kind of deeply sighing. And he starts walking towards the tower that the guy pointed at because Brion now really wants to stab her pike into something.
Lux is just taken aback by the beauty of the place, and she's just staring around, and she didn't hear anything of the entire conversation. She's just kind of enchanted by the place.
So,
And she will stand there unless someone will kind of poke her
Point it
and
out.
drag her.
so at this point, Lux is just standing there looking around. Brion is walking towards what looks to be an entrance to this tower, and Peyton, or the boy, walks into a different direction than Brion is walking towards. To like kind of, if you have a tower and Brion is walking straight towards it, he's walking like around.
I will drag Lux. I'll just be like, we need to go. Brion, other way.
Okay, yeah,
What?
going.
That way.
So, Peyton leads you through a beautiful courtyard, through halls of cloisters that look out over well-maintained herb gardens. And you step inside a small sideway entrance. You're now inside a slightly curving hallway. Going further, he leads you down some steps, and the walls are getting colder and clammier. Eventually, you stand before a large, black oaken door that is barred and buzzing with arcane magic. It's locked.
Yeah, with
I'll
some
have to-
abjuration magic, I assume. Are you able to deal with that with your transmutation?
Well, if you let me finish. Unless you don't want any of the information I could give you and make it a little bit more challenging.
Sure, go for it.
What, you don't want any of the information?
No. Go on. Give us the information.
Well, it's locked. And I'll have to lock it behind you. And he does it so slowly, just to annoy you further. To make sure the infestation doesn't spread or get out, which is very important. Now, none of the spirits can leave the magical wards of the basement either. The necromancy floor was built for these situations. So yeah, good luck, I guess. And be warned, I've heard from the last squad of students that all manner of creatures and stuff have escaped or broken loose with the help of some of these spirits. All that needs to be cleared as well. Anyways, are there any questions? Oh yeah, one more thing. So, every door on the floor is locked, so I do hope that one of you can unlock things.
I have a
Doesn't
feeling
really
that our shady friend over here is able to deal with that.
Oh yeah, manually unlock things. I've never really tried that. Anyways,
Can someone get this kid to shut up? Otherwise, I'll stick my pike in his throat. Leave, please.
Let's not kill the student who's just kind of a dick.
Like
right?
the vein on Brion's forehead is
not
like.
a dick. I'm sorry.
I'm
hoping.
I'm standing like in between Brion and him, and I'm like, right, yes, keep talking, because I'm currently the only person standing in your way between her very pointy pike and your face. So
Well, I can help
as
myself.
I open the door,
Why is everyone so on edge?
The door's still closed.
oh, it's still.
Yeah,
You still
yeah,
haven't
still-
unlocked this door.
No, I have not.
Oh, come on, boy.
Anyways, there are a few more things you need to know. There's a skeleton key, but they've lost it. It seems to be hiding from anyone who tries to get to it.
The key is hiding.
It's enchanted, right?
Well, it's a skeleton key.
It.
Anyways, beware of the plumbing. Even the transmutation floor has problems with it right now. Students have reported screams coming from the pipes, some inhuman screams or anything like that. And don't know how many ghost peppers you have on your person, but the last group has lost a bag of ghost peppers in the bestiary.
That's useful.
That's about it. That's all I really want to spend with all of you.
Oh, good. It's already been too long.
And then you just hear like a very loud boom as he opens the door.
Oh, I think someone hit the door and he just jumps. That would be hilarious.
No,
Damn it.
It seems that the magic he used made a very loud bang. And then, okay, well, I'll open the door and you quickly go through.
Was that bang supposed to happen?
I'll
So
head in.
Edward opens the door.
Yeah. And then he just very quickly closes it against you, and then you hear like,
You know,
and the buzzing is up again.
that kid was even more insufferable than that Holofriends dude back in Merkfall. Jesus Christ.
I think you should keep him away from me. I do not like him.
Yeah, no, he was this close to getting a good spanking with the side of my sword. Oh, right. Let's get
see
some...
anything?
Continue. Yeah.
Right behind the door.
What did you say?
Oh, do I see anything as we step into the place?
Well, this is what you see.
Oh.
You
loading.
currently see a
It's still loading.
stone step. Can you guys hear me?
It's still loading.
Yeah.
Give it a give
Yeah,
it a
but
sec.
I'm going to describe it as well. It's just a map. So what you currently see is that the staircase descends even lower, and the walls are cold, unnaturally cold to the touch. And as you descend down, everything is covered in blood. There are blood splatters everywhere, and especially Lux, with a very high passive perception, can notice that there is a very small finger bone lying on the floor that is slowly but steadily crawling its way towards the staircase. Like like a very gruesome and grotesque looking snail.
We'll see what's in it.
Yeah.
This looks like a lovely place.
And
I like what they've done to decorate it.
And there's a closed door in front of you.
I'll sacred flame the crawling finger.
Yeah, make an attack.
It's a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Where's
Do you
my
have
one?
dexterous fingers?
If this is a high saving throw, I'm going to be very surprised.
Is it 15?
That's
know it's
my
close.
spell save DC, so then it saves, right?
What is your 15 is your save DC? Yeah. So it seems that it's so small, it's very difficult to aim your sacred flame, so it just seems to be inching forward even more.
I'll mage hand it. I pick it up.
Shouldn't we be eating the thing now?
Already?
You see like a finger wrestling with nothing in the air.
I'm not that worried about the finger. I'm just worried where it's gonna go. Like, probably the rest of the hand. With an arm,
Right.
and a torso, and
But
the head.
to be able to
You're
fight
actually
last...
trying to get up from where you guys came from.
Yeah.
Right. But the last time we fought the Topi, we had to eat the stuff first, right?
We did, yeah. I only have in my notes that I have a bag of them and 4 that we specifically took for ourselves. So I don't know how many are in the bag.
So you got 4 that you took for yourselves last session.
Yeah.
And I think that you only had 4 or
we-
5 extra.
Yeah,
That was it.
that was a bag that we were supposed to bring here.
Yeah, because you literally burned all the ghost peppers, and there were like 5 left. Someone rolled a 5 on a 1d6.
Yeah, but it was times something.
I also think
Yeah.
it was more because I thought it was actually a really high roll.
It was a high roll.
I thought it was like 8 or something, but
Well, if someone can find it back, that'd be great.
I will go and look for it for next time, because for now we have enough. For just this time.
yeah, sure.
And we were 4 minutes before 5.
Yeah, precisely. So it's probably the last thing we do.
Well, I could go on for a little while longer, but I don't know about you guys.
I can
No.
go on for a little while longer as well, because like I really am gonna be pissed off if I don't use this map today.
Well, it's there. It's on screen. The map is here.
Well, I don't know if this is something to talk about on stream, but I actually have got food coming in right now, and we still need to
Yeah.
do a little
Yeah.
meeting.
There
I
is some
believe.
stuff.
Sure.
Oh, right.
Right.
So I have to quit.
So
there is just a door and a hallway, or
no,
I see that we're on stairs, and probably at the end of those stairs is a second door.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna try and open the door.
All right. Make a lock picking check for me, please.
I'll give her guidance.
Nice.
Bling.
So that's plus a d4, right?
Yeah.
I didn't put my thieves' tools thingamajiggy in. So that's just dexterity plus proficiency, right? Because I'm gonna
Yes.
manually
It's
have to type it.
Yes, a lock picking check is a dex check plus your proficiency modifier. So you could just click on dexterity and then add your proficiency modifier.
Oh yeah, well I'm already halfway there. 3 plus dex plus proficiency 24.
Yeah, the door opens quite easily, actually, into a hallway.
I step aside because I don't want to be the first person to go through.
Don't you want to go in?
Sure.
Let's.
Maybe.
I'll barge
do it
forward.
silently.
Yeah, I'll just go right after Brion.
And right at that moment, 2 Topi appear running at Brion as she is surprised, coming from both sides. And they will make an attack. And give me 1 second. So that's an 11 to hit. So the first Topi unfortunately misses, and a 13 to hit. So both Topi jump onto Brion and set their claws into her armor, screaming out, and it's at that where we end our stream.
Oh yeah, here we go
God.
again. These little shits again. Okay.
Yep.
I'm glad they missed. Could have been down by now.
No, wow, no.
Already?
Last
Xanamin,
time it went
yes.
very quickly.
Xanamin, yes. You and me, yeah, we'll probably be fine.
Oh
right.
my god.
I'm just gonna switch back from this. We will be back in 2 weeks once again. That's when we will be streaming again on the Sunday, same time at 2. This time actually at 2 because that time we won't have like technical difficulties that we find out about last minute. Besides that, I also am going to probably continue streaming Resident Evil, which we've also been posting stuff to on the YouTube.
YouTube.
Added to that in about 1 minute, the next DireRolls video, which will be session. Which is that? Session 15, I think,
15,
will go live on
yeah.
YouTube. And we will be working to actually getting up to like where we are right now. As soon as possible, we'll be releasing a video every week for D&D.
With, from now on, special credits to Nayade for making the thumbnails.
She does indeed make the thumbnails.
And also, I promised you guys we would be kicking ghost butt today, but I guess we'll be kicking ghost butt next week. Next time.
Yep. All day, every
Is it
day.
in 2 weeks, right? Not next
It's 2
week.
weeks.
Yeah,
No,
next
in 2
week.
weeks. Yeah.
I can do next week too. I don't care. But oh no, I can't.
No, you
I'm
don't.
on.
No, you can't.
Until next week.
I'm
All
so
right.
sad because I was so excited about today.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
kept role playing.
You know.
I mean, we had a lot of fun though. And
Well,
I think,
with important stuff, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, big decisions to be made.
Yeah.
And I also just want to point out that you really, really need your rogue. And she did great. The first
Yeah.
door,
Next.
no problem.
Yeah.
I
very
can
nice.
unlock doors.
Yay!
I'm
That's
useful.
exciting.
And be looking shady all day.
Look at me, guys. I'm helping.
No, it was actually great.
All right. Then with that, we'll be calling the stream, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Bye
Bye bye.
Bye.